Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. When Steffy returns home after catching Luna's visit with Finn, could chaos reign? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester might be present when Luna Nozawa and John Finn Finnegan visit a cliff house. Will Steffy throw Luna out and return home to chaos? Steffy will have a lot on her plate the week of May 5th to 9th. Steffy appears to be the one to deliver the awful news after attempting to persuade Liam Spencer to tell Hope Logan about his medical condition. Though they will both be devastated by the outcome Liam is facing, Hope and Steffy will band together to support him. As Steffy and Hope attempt to envision their lives without Liam in them, there will be some poignant moments. Steffy will surely be emotionally spent by the time she returns to the cliff house. Steffy might be excited to see Finn again and feel his reassuring hug, but she might also discover something that makes her angry instead. It appears that Luna will surprise Finn by showing up at the cliff house while Liam is away preparing to tell Bill Spencer the truth somewhere else. Luna will have another opportunity to present a genuine father-daughter bond. Luna will continue to make predictions about their family's future even after Finn explains all the reasons he must keep her out. Now that she has located her father, Luna won't be ready to give up on ever truly connecting with him. According to BNB spoilers, there might be some chaos when Hope enters the cliff home after Steffy finishes speaking with her. When Steffy returns, will Luna still be there? You can bet Steffy will be furious if that's the case. When Luna shows up, Steffy might lose it and take advantage of the situation to attack Finn's daughter with all of her might. Maybe after throwing Luna out, Steffy will scold Finn for not doing it himself. Steffy might get concerned about this and question whether Finn is actually doing enough to protect their family from Luna's threat. Steffy will be much more frightened if the children are in the adjacent room when Luna comes to visit. To ensure that a situation like this never occurs again, Steffy might advise Finn to set additional limits with Luna. Luna might believe that Finn's wife just ruined any progress she was making and blame Steffy for spoiling the moment. Luna might go right out and find Sheila Sharp so they can share their Steffy woes. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy may face difficulties as a result of Luna and Sheila's alliance. Stay in for updates on how they plan to deal with her. Steffy is prepared to reveal the startling truth to Hope. Monday, May 5th, 2025, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful hint at Steffy making a choice that would alter everything. Is Steffy able to betray Liam? Hope Logan called Carter Walton to Brooke Logan's house on Liam Spencer's recommendation, and she consented to work on their relationship and give him another chance. Carter was ecstatic to hear this news, but he was unaware that Steffy Forrester Finnegan would soon reveal something shocking. Steffy visits in tears after Carter departs. Steffy's consideration of their hostility astounds Hope. Despite Liam pleading with her not to tell, Steffy believes Hope must know what is happening with him. She is, after all, the mother of Liam's second child and his previous ex-wife. Steffy finds it difficult to speak, but when she does, Hope is blown away. All of Liam's thoughtful remarks to her now make sense. Although she had no idea where this new Liam had come from, she now understands. Given how restorative forgiveness is, it makes sense that he was urging her to find happiness and warning her that life is too short to waste it on resentment. Now that Hope will probably be spending a lot of time with her ex-husband and her daughter, where does that leave Hope and Carter? The other woman of Carter. Hope is also unaware that she has real competition for Carter. In addition to proclaiming his unwavering love for her, he kissed Daphne Rose during the fashion show. Daphne is not going to let Hope have Carter because she is in love with him. Without holding back, she tells Carter that and begs him once more to put Hope out of his mind and try dating her. Daphne does everything to persuade Carter to agree with her, but he is thinking about Hope. At least Liam has a brain tumor, which could ultimately be advantageous to Daphne. To see how these plots unfold, watch brand new episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful airing on CBS over the week. Liam's secret, Hope's choice, and Steffy's betrayal. Here are the spoilers for Monday, May 5th's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans can anticipate a meeting between Steffy Forrester Finnegan and Hope Logan in the upcoming episode. Given that Liam Spencer and Hope have a child together, the brunette can no longer keep his identity a secret. Now, let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming CBS soap opera episode. Don't forget to check out our B&B spoilers for next week, here. I hope Logan makes a decision. Let's begin where the previous episode ended on Friday. As Liam pleaded with Hope to give Carter Walton another chance, fans looked on. Carter might be the one for Hope, Liam added. Fans are aware, though, that Liam merely wants to make sure Hope and Beth Spencer have a reliable someone to rely on while he is away. Hope consented to see Carter. Hope appeared a little reluctant during the embrace, even though he made a passionate apology and delivered an emotional statement. Thus, we shall observe the outcome of that plot. The secret of Liam Spencer. Liam stated that he didn't want to burden Hope by telling her the truth. But there are other factors to take into account here besides Hope. Due to the housing arrangement, Liam currently spends a lot of time alone with Kelly Spencer, Sophia Paris. But what about Beth? Doesn't he want to spend time with his youngest child and create enduring memories? Steffy and John Finnegan have been asked by Liam to keep this a secret. But now that she is aware of Liam's impending death, Steffy is unable to continue. Despite Steffy's encouragement, her ex-husband was unable to tell Hope the truth on his own. Steffy feels as though she has no other choice as a result. The bombshell of Steffy Forrester Finnegan. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy will make a snap decision. Finn informed Steffy that they simply don't know how long Liam will live with this kind of mass. Steffy doesn't have much time to make a decision because it may be any day. In a sneak peek, Steffy informs Hope that they must speak since it concerns Liam. Hope can tell that something is seriously wrong when Steffy begins to cry. Given the awful circumstances, the women probably come together despite all of their conflict and strife. Sheila Carter-Sharp and Luna Nozawa might also appear in a few moments. It would be typical of Sheila and Luna to attack when Steffy is most at risk. Hope is incensed by Liam's selfishness. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, has good reason to be unhappy, particularly since she hasn't been informed about Liam Spencer's, Scott Clifton, current health issues. For all the information you require, continue reading below. Hope is incensed by Liam's selfishness. Liam is dying, as many B&B fans are aware, but only Steffy and her spouse Finn are aware of his condition. Liam wants to hide his condition from Hope, his other baby mama, for whatever reason. She is aware of what is happening, though. She is aware that something is wrong and that the truth will eventually out. But this has made many people question whether Liam is being charming by shielding Hope from the reality or whether he is simply being self-centered. Needless to say, the internet had a significant influence on the direction of this plot. Hope is entitled to know the truth. Selfish, some have even stated. I really detest soap opera plots that are completely illogical. He's dying. He must, of course, tell one of his children's mother. Any other strategy is simply absurd. Let's please not start trying to make it seem like Steffy is actually a good person, commented another fan. Steffy would crucify her every minute of her life if Hope had discovered Liam and she had been hiding the truth, etc. Additionally, this comment was made, I'm more worried about Hope's 2 kids who are being left in the dark than I am about Hope in general. To be honest, there is no effective method to help a minor of any age cope with the loss of a parent. Naturally, B&B fans will need to tune in every single day to see what happens next. On weekdays, the CBS network broadcasts The Bold and the Beautiful. Look up the timings in your local listings. Hope makes a choice, and Liam Spencer is unable to escape reality. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer is pushing it. He's expecting his plumbing and hair product narrative to be purchased by one of the 2 women in the world who know him the best. Comedy relief was incorporated into the writing, and the wink was well received by the audience. Hope Logan's character, played by Annika Noel, provided a lot of reaction shots, but Clifton's role failed to be convincing. Hope is aware that something is wrong, and she probably won't have to wait long to find out. As the gravity of this gripping tale continues, Liam is being hosted by Steffy Forrester Finnegan and John Finnegan at the Cliff home. Finnegan, Steffy Forrester, is pushing hard. Steffy wants Liam to explain the situation to Hope. However, it makes sense that he has automatically switched to a defensive stance. Steffy is therefore ready to be honest with Hope. The Weekender preview, in which Wood's character breaks down in tears, was shown to viewers. It's understandable that these erstwhile rivals, the women who have each loved Liam and given birth to his children, would share that moment, and Hope's uneasy response is understandable. Steffy feels compelled to violate her vow to keep this intolerable secret since Liam's wishes aren't being generated in a reasonable manner. Carter Walton and John Finnegan are admired. In other situations, Liam wouldn't consider Finn and Carter Walton to be his father figures. However, Liam anticipates dying soon. When the sobering prognosis was made, no time frame for his expected death was given. After their difficult beginning, Liam has a lot of respect for Finn. When Novlin and Steffy started dating, viewers remember that Novlin's character set the rules, warning Liam that he could no longer have her all to himself whenever he wanted. After resisting, Liam came to the conclusion that Finn was the ideal man for Steffy at this time. Additionally, he saw that Finn genuinely cared about Kelly Spencer, Sophia Paras McKinley, and the two men came to an agreement that has since resulted in respect for one another. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Hope makes a choice. Liam Spencer can't run away from reality. Liam knows that Carter loves Hope, and when the Grim Reaper taps him on the shoulder, he wants her to have a companion. Hope might therefore heed that counsel and make amends with Carter this spring. It is possible to postpone the Grim Reaper indefinitely. Everybody dies. However, depending on the plot, the Grim Reaper may be postponed indefinitely. Clifton recently refuted rumors that he was leaving this daytime soap and maybe going back to General Hospital by saying that he wanted to tell this story. It's much too soon to tell how the story will conclude. But in what has been a successful run, let's hope that one of B&B's many great cast members isn't doing his final arc. Hope's world is rocked by Liam's seizure. Will she run to his side? Liam Spencer may experience a setback because of another seizure. He left the hospital far too soon, according to spoilers and updates for The Bold and the Beautiful. This time, might it be Hope Logan who discovers her ex-husband in trouble as his health condition worsens? When Steffy first discovered Liam unconscious, she hurried him to the hospital. Even though Liam has an incurable brain tumor, he makes an effort to hide it from Hope and as many of his close friends and family as possible. However, as Liam strains to keep his cover and his fabrications lack substance, Hope grows more suspicious. He has persuaded her that he is at Steffy Forrester's and John Finnegan's because of plumbing issues at his own house, but this justification will eventually fall apart. If Hope discovers Liam in a problematic situation out of the blue, things could get even worse. Steffy discovered him unconscious the first time and hurried him to the hospital. Liam might collapse after another terrifying seizure. There have been worries that Liam would suffer another seizure and pass out, particularly as his tumor grows. As this B&B plot develops, Hope might make more trips to the Cliff home to talk about their daughter, Beth Spencer. What if Liam passed out right before Hope gets there, or even while they are talking, especially if Beth is with her? When Hope sees firsthand how seriously ill Liam really is, she might be in for a shocking revelation. Given the possibility of another collapse, it is imperative that Liam not be left alone, although Hope may still discover him alone. Naturally, Hope would dial 911 and request that Liam be taken back to the hospital. Hope might have to call 911 in order to get Liam's help because of this. Hope may still see some terrible moments involving Liam even if Steffy and Finn are there for his next crisis. As Finn and Steffy would already know the causes of Liam's upsetting circumstances, a shaken Hope would be left in their wake. Regretfully, Liam's condition will inevitably deteriorate even more, raising the risk of seizures, more falls, and startling disclosures for Hope. Steffy and Hope join together in shared grief after Liam's terminal diagnosis. B&B spoilers. In defiance of Liam's wishes, Steffy Forrester informs Hope Logan of his terminal brain tumor diagnosis, uniting these bitter adversaries through their mutual sorrow for the benefit of their daughters. When Liam's terminal diagnosis upends their rivalry, Steffy and Hope unite in grief. One of the main rivalries will become an unexpected partnership on Bold and Beautiful next week due to a terrible revelation. These lifelong rivals find themselves on equal footing when Steffy Forrester tells Hope Logan about Liam Spencer's fatal illness against his wishes. They must each deal with the unthinkable burden of assisting their daughters deal with their father's approaching death. Everything changes because of Steffy's difficult decision. Steffy makes the painful choice to inform Hope about Liam's deadly brain tumor in a heartbreaking scene that will air on May 8. Steffy comes to the profound conclusion that Hope, as the mother of his daughter Beth, should be aware of the truth, even though Liam would prefer to keep his illness a secret. In a recent episode, Steffy revealed to Finn, "I can only imagine how Hope will take this," demonstrating a startling level of empathy for her longtime competitor. Fans flooded social media with praise for Steffi's epiphany when she acknowledged that her issues with Hope mean nothing in the scope of what they are facing. The choice is not made lightly. Alongside her husband Finn, Steffy has been bearing the emotional weight of Liam's illness since he broke the heartbreaking news that Liam's brain tumor cannot be removed. Despite being Steffy's pillar of support during this struggle, Finn is unable to completely comprehend the particular suffering endured by Liam's children's moms. As Hope discovers the truth, her entire world falls apart. According to previews, Hope's response will be very disastrous. Hope has been perplexed by Liam's recent actions, which include moving into Steffy and Finn's Cliff House to be nearer to Kelly and making cryptic remarks about how life is shorter than we think. Hope is currently unaware of Liam's condition. The emotional floodgates open next week when Steffy finds Hope at Brooke's house. Steffy starts the unavoidable discussion concerning Liam's condition while crying. This announcement marks the end of Hope's complicated past with Liam, which is full of heartache and deep love, in addition to the death of her daughter's father. Mothers bound together by unfathomable sorrow. This plotline is especially potent since it changes the dynamic between these bitter adversaries. Steffy and Hope are faced with the same devastating fact after years of fighting over Liam, and other men. They have to prepare their young girls for the loss of their father. Both Hope's daughter Beth and Steffy's daughter Kelly are too young to comprehend what is going on. How can a child be informed that their father is dying? Two ladies who have been at each other's throats for years are able to assist one another because of their shared issue. It took something this devastating to make them realize what really matters after all this back and forth between Steffy and Hope, one fan wrote online. Although I'm devastated, I have optimism that they will eventually put their differences aside. What's next for Hope, Steffy, and Liam? As of right now, Liam still requires minimal help and is largely independent. But according to what Finn has told Steffy, medical professionals are still unsure of how long Liam has left or how quickly the tumor will spread. Steffy and Hope have a special chance to mend their connection because of their shared experience with Liam's illness. These once rivals may find strength in one another as they deal with informing their children about their father's illness, helping Liam through his physical deterioration, and getting ready for life without him. Steffy and Hope will have to face the difficult path ahead together unless a miraculous cure appears, and since this is a soap opera, never say never. These two broken families may become closer than ever before as their girls will have the link of half-sisters who have lost their father. Viewers are witnessing a compelling tale of how tragedy can turn even the most acrimonious adversaries into allies as Steffy takes this first step toward reconciliation next week, demonstrating once more that family ties on Bold and Beautiful are ultimately stronger than rivalries. Outside Hope Logan's office at Forrester Creations, Steffy Forrester waited in the bright corridor with her hand hovering just above the doorway, trembling a little. Her heart beat like a warning drum inside her chest, its rhythm reflecting the struggle going on inside of her. She had vowed to herself that she would honor Liam's desires and keep his terrible truth hidden beneath layers of worry, denial, and silent terror. However, Steffy wasn't made to be silent, especially when it meant seeing the breakdown of a loved one while people closest to him were oblivious to his pain. Everything changed when Liam told her about the diagnosis that could ruin his future, his eyes shining with resignation and his voice low and hoarse. He had pleaded with her to keep it from Hope, saying she didn't need any more heartache. Steffy, however, was wiser. Withholding the truth seemed like an unbearable betrayal, and Hope had a right to know it. She inhaled and pushed the door open to discover Hope behind her desk, happily oblivious to the emotional debacle that was about to hit her. Hope was looking through fabric swatches. Hope looked up, startled but beaming, until she noticed the tight, sad, determined look engraved on Steffy's face. "Steffy?" She stood up out of impulse and asked. "What's the matter?" After then, everything spilled out. Steffy didn't mince words or hold back. Liam deserved the help he was too obstinate to ask for, and she owed Hope honesty. She said in a tight voice, "Liam is sick, and it's worse than any of us imagined." Hope's expression changed from bewilderment to shock to dread as she spoke, each syllable piercing deeper than the one before it. Steffy described how Liam ultimately broke down and saw a neurologist after brushing off symptoms like weariness, dizziness, and instances when his thoughts seemed to wander and become separated from reality for months. A mass had been discovered by the scan. Unusable. Like smoke from an explosion, the phrase lingered in the air. Pale and shaking her head, Hope staggered back into her chair and tried to turn back time. "No," she said in a whisper. "No, that isn't possible." "Liam would have told me," Steffy, now shedding tears, interrupted gently. "He wished to keep you safe." Hope hid her face in her hands, suppressing a sob, saying, "He didn't want you to see him like this." As both women struggled to overcome their heartbreak, there was a brief period of silence. Hope's grief eventually gave way to rage, this time at Liam's misplaced loyalty rather than Steffy. "How could he possibly ignore me?" she yelled. "Together, we have created a life filled with dreams and families. And he believed that I was incapable of accepting the truth?" Stepping forward, Steffy put a hand on Hope's shoulder. "He didn't believe you were incapable of handling it. He believed it would shatter you." The moment lingered, poignant and painful, as a tenuous ceasefire developed between the lifelong competitors, but I believe that ignorance is worse. They were not adversaries in their tragedy, rather, they were women who shared a love for the same man and were both in shock over a reality that would rock their world to its foundations. With a calmer voice, Hope dried her eyes. "I must see him. Now." Steffy nodded, clearly relieved. At last, the weight she had been carrying by herself for days had changed. Their footsteps reverberated through the silent corridors of Forrester Creations as they walked out of the office together, marking the beginning of a new chapter that would involve suffering, introspection, and perhaps, just possibly, healing.